Warning. Before you descend into the depths of madness, the shadow-stained path beneath your feet has borne you this far, but before I think that's like before you venture onward, make sure your mind stands firm, for should you continue down this weird road, you shall behold sins steeped in blood, limbs torn apart in hatred, love possessed and twisted, and desire drenched in ecstatic lust. If you still remain, then step forward, for you already know what awaits. The experience before you contains scenes of blood, gore, violence, and mature sexuality. Hi everybody, and welcome to another Daily Demo Alley, a special edition of Daily Demo Alley, where the developer in Eve Games has actually asked me through email directly to take a look at their game, review it, and play through it. And they've also added a little bit of a, custom Easter egg to it, which we will do at the end of the demo. Hopefully I won't forget, but we have some changelogs for the demo, English localization update, soundtrack, parallax animation, multiple illustrations, blah 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 blah. Okay, let's do some. This is actually, let me say the name. Livber, Smoke and Mirrors. Full screen, cheat code, music working pro. Oh, I can't adjust this. Fuck! It's gonna be loud. I wanted to adjust this of all things. We'll do the cheat code in a moment. Moment. Let's play. So, this is a interactive psychological horror story. In this demo, Livber, Smoke and Mirrors, and explore first act of the game. There's going to be a lot of reading. So, Eve is the developer and publisher, and the release date is supposed to be September of 2025. So, around in a month. I'm gonna actually then, if this is gonna be the issue with this, I'm gonna need to lower the sound of the game a little bit more. The music is cool, it's very atmospheric, but I don't want it to be too loud. Let's dive into I see her in my dreams. Her and that house on the edge of a cliff. Everything changed after reading that letter, the one bearing her name, my old love, Lilith. 5 years ago, on a dark night, they took her from that house, executed her for black alchemy. What do you mean, black magic? I was the one who turned her in. But now, she's calling me back to the house. Wants to bury her beneath in my sins. Okay, that's wrong. Wants to bury her beneath in my sins. But how? That's what I have to find out. Okay. This, I think, is originally made for Turkish language and translated into English. That's why they had some issues with English localization. I still think there's a little bit more. Do not get your translation through programs and online things without anybody just looking into them to check if they're right. Act 1. Welcome home, my love. Narrator. Okay, that should be it. Far past the Hookhaven, which is woven by the grounded ships of Livber, there is a whirlwind roaring in the east. You don't see it, you don't hear it, yet you know the power it holds, enough to alter all of Gaia. Is it? Oh, Livber, a coastal nation in northeast of Gaia, governed not by central authority but by a 9-member council known as the Court of Trade. It's highly advancing in seafaring. Cool. We're getting lore for stuff. Gaia, a windswept world of 15 island nations home to unique races and cultures. So we're not a nerd, so this is gonna be a lot of weirdness. Fine. A womb for gales to blow out of. But you come here. You wait, standing in the heart of twilight, silently, eyes shut. 5 years later, once again, you stand at the door to this house, a letter clutched in your hand. What am I waiting for? Maybe even haven't I just read the letter. The raindrops fall on the paper, landing with soft patters. You grip the letter tightly with both hands, keeping it from being blown away by the wind. The silvery moonlight trapped between the clouds, shimmers across the ink spilled from a woman's hand. You read the lines again and again and again. Oh, I can't read it here. Never mind. I'll try and read it here. My love, if you're reading these lines, it means there is still something inside your heart that belongs to me. As I've always told you, that is far too ordinary a thing to keep us apart. I will give birth to our creation in time, creation our home, beneath the place we once shared. You must be with me, inside me, okay, because our creation cannot be left undone. Very weird. Turn back, pass through the dark, complete us. We were always meant to be one, and we still can be, my love. As long as you have the courage, as long as you do not fear, I'm waiting for you in the never all. Lilith. Okay. Could this really be true? Lilith, is she truly alive? I need to put an end to this nonsense. Really? Could this really be true? Lilith, is she still truly alive? Narrator. You want it to be true, don't you? You want to hear that Lilith, the woman you left for dead 5 years ago, still lives. You long to feel her love again. Yet there is a question that won't let go of your mind. If she truly lives, how much of her is still her? I don't know that. The question, unanswered, keeps growing in your mind. Your gaze drifts into the distance, as if the answers might lie out there. For but a moment, the clouds part, and the moon's silver light spills across the sea. Each and every shimmer scatters into thousand fragments. But you remain still, all your limbs stiff with waiting, standing before the door of the house perched on the cliff, beaten by the waves. Why here? Why would Lilith call me here? It is meant to be that come here. Why here? Why would Lilith call me here? Where else could it be? This is where the two of you began. That wooden house on the cliffs by Livber's shore. This is where you first held each other. Your first night, your first love, and your first lies. All buried here. This two-story hovel, raised upon your memories. I guess I can never escape my memories, can it? They will find me in the end. I can still leave. It's not late for anything. I guess I can never escape my memories, can I? They'll find me in the end. Unfortunately, you think your memories are at your mind. Most people do. But in truth they are fragments, bits flaking off the world around you, carried by the wind and the rain and the sun and the pale moonlight. They slowly gather around you. They mix with the air you breathe. They seep into your body and carry you somewhere else. Truly carry you. They keep doing it until you're convinced you've moved on. They are obliged to. Okay, it's like I'm talking to myself, but also to the narrator, and like, you know, this is weirdly written. This isn't your Citizen Sleeper where you're doing stuff, interacting, talking to people, and the narrator explaining what's happening. This is like something that should have been in internal monologue, but also the narrator wanted to have the writer wanted to have a narrator option, and the narrator is just going whole, you know, ape shit with descriptions and everything and all that. Are you saying, and this is like, are you saying I never really left this place? Persuasion? Are my memories persuading me? Yeah, this is weird communication with the narrator, which shouldn't be there. I don't even know what to answer. It's probably leading me down to one or two paths of what's gonna happen. Like, I'm either accepting this or I'm kind of rejecting it and I kind of want to leave. That's basically the mindset I think this game is trying to set me at. And depending on which choices I'm probably doing most of, that's how the game is gonna progress or react. That's my, you know, that's my thought process in trying to, you know, figure out this game, like the gameplay loop or gameplay idea. Are you saying I never really left this place? these questions still have no meaning, and neither do the answers, but in time they will. You shouldn't stay out in the rain any longer. It's like I'm talking more to like a demon on my shoulder, or like a ghost, than a narrator. And if there was like a ghost on my shoulder, that would be like more obvious to this. Knock on the door. Well, yeah. Oh, I can click on the stuff in the... I can click on the stuff in the environment here. Okay, that's cool. Yell, our winged cutie, or cat cutie, from the sky nation of Ateros, drifting down from its floating isles. I never found out how Lilith came to find her. The doors worn by rain and wind, the winds born from the whirlwind in Chaldea. Even now, the breeze against my face reminds me of home. Yeah, this is completely... Oh, I can read the letter again. Nice. There's way more interaction with stuff here than I expect, to be honest. Usually these kinds of... I would call these a Western visual novel, because... as I said, an Eastern visual novel, or like a Japanese or Asian, like that. It's basically you get the text scroll down at the bottom of the screen, basically. You get characters on one side of each, and that's kind of it. And then you kind of, you know, get choices in the middle of the screen, what you're gonna do. Western, I would say, you get text scroll here, like here on the left side of the screen, I would say. Or, no, right side of the screen, sorry. And you get, you know, everything there, you interact with there, you roll dice there, you click stuff there, everything is there, like all of the gameplay is basically there, and then you just get pictures that are on the complete rest of the screen. I think like the series of like Vampire the Masquerade things did something similar, or they maybe like switched around between two styles, but you know, I've played Citizen Sleeper like this, I've played that, the demons made me make this game that is like this, and I'm kind of running into more games like this. The Disco Elysium was like this, Rue Hotel is I think like this, and I would literally split it as like Western visual novels to Eastern visual novels, because that way you can have this kind of description and difference. And now that they are adding this interaction on the screen, it's kind of cool because it gives you some input. Maybe there's gonna be some actual interaction, like point clicking, adventure combining stuff, but for now this is all I need, and this is cool enough. Just as your hand reaches the door, you hear Yell's voice from beyond the threshold. The winged bacterium cutie, that should be a cat. A domesticated bacterium believed to hail from the Sky Nation due to its non-functional wings. Non-functional? Should it have functional? I don't know. Who never truly leaves you and never truly belonged to you. Her white fur glows if soaked in light, not rain. She spreads her wings and leaps swiftly towards you, landing at your feet. She shakes the droplets from her coat. Then she sits back and on her hind legs, Then she sits back on her hind legs, head tilted, amber eyes, watching you with curiosity. Meow meow. Do you know what's waiting for me there, Ron? Lean down and pet Meow. Murr, murr, okay. Of course I need to pet the cat. That's fucking mandatory. Jesus, and she's gone. Yell gently brushes her head against your feet, then she stops before the door. She looks up at it. With a soft stroke, she traces the door frame with her paw. Then she turns her amber eyes to you. Well then, take a deep breath and reach for the door. I hope you'll still be here when I return, my friend. The wind falls silent for a moment. You hear the waves of the sea easing in the distance. Far, far away, the flash of lightning strike blinds you, but its thunder never reaches your ears. The raindrops hang weightless in midair. Yell glances at you one last time and spreads her wings, then leaps into the shadows between the rocks. Your fate embraces you. The music and the sound effects are pretty cool. And they kind of let you lead up and get in. You're basically turn off, turn on. Narrator. The door creaks open, but even you don't know what it is you hope to see. Do you? Your guilt has chased you all the way here, and at last sins have caught you. I'm ready to face my past. No! You wish you were. As you crack the door open, the air brushing against your face is stale and musty. The sweetness of tulip, white-colored plant, resembling the forget-me-not flower. Okay, interesting. The sweetness of tulip flowers mixes with the scent of something burned. It pulls you back to that festival day, to the moment you first met Lilith. And then, you see her, standing beneath the dim light, like she's been torn from the heart of this house. You lose your breath, a chill crawls up your spine, and you freeze. It takes you a moment to realize your knees are trembling. Whether from fear or excitement, you can't tell. A whisper slips from your lips. Lilith? Oh, no face. Is this really her? Is he trying to remember her? I remember this chair. One of its legs was shorter than the rest. It was made from a piece of shipwreck washed ashore, like everything else around here. Oh, I can move the painting image. This is the moonlight of the late? You mean lake, maybe? Circad, the sweet stretch when all of Gaia drifts to sleep on Melton. But there is no more sleep for me, not anymore. That is weird. Feels like it's broken English. Okay. Is this really her? I don't see if there's anything else. She doesn't see you. Bent slightly over the table, trying to light the candle, just as you remember her. Lilith, the ghost of your past, your greatest lie and sin. Lilith, you realize, is this really Lilith? You stare, stunned, at the woman who stands before you. She should be dead. Maybe it's her sister. Or her clone. Her hair no longer shines like it did that festival night. Reddish-brown strands fall over her shoulder like wet strings. Her skin is sallow and ghost-like paleness. A ghost-like paleness. And her eyes, the moment she turns her head and you meet them, another hollow question slips your lips. How? That's okay. An image. Nothing changed there. You remember the festival night. Warm breeze carries the city's aroma far away. You two slip away from the crowded streets. The early black crimson glow wraps Lilith's hair like a flameless aureole. The noise of celebration fades behind you. Right there, you hand Lilith a bouquet of white tulip flowers. That's wrong. It's not she's looks deep into your eyes. She looks deep into your eyes. She smiles. Tossing her hair back, she asks the same question. Okay, it's fair that it's repeated multiple times because it's such a weird... I would complain, like, why is it always underlined? It's such a weird word, not common, and it's this kind of fantasy world, so yeah, I don't mind it to have an explanation constantly up. White tulip flowers. How did you find these? There's nothing I couldn't find for you. They overflowed from my love for you. There's nothing I couldn't find for you. A beautiful lie, told so well. Even you believed it yourself. My love. She looks at you, as if about to say something. A pained smile touches her lips. The silence hangs between you. You've finally come. You're alive. How can this be? 5 years later, how could you write this letter? You're alive. How can this be? I assumed you had read the letter, my love. That is far too ordinary a thing to separate us. When you left me that night, I left the boundaries of my body. Isn't that what we always sought in the end? He wasn't the one leaving you, Lilith. You wanted this. Why did you call me here? To see you again, my love. We cannot live apart. We are two halves of one whole, and tonight we'll finish what was left unfinished the night you abandoned me to my death. Come, sit. As the candle flame flickers, you think you see a brief shadow of hatred flash across Lilith's face. As if beneath her skin, another face is waiting. No, I won't sit before you give me an answer. Is it really you? Sit in a chair. No, I won't sit before you give me an answer. Is it really you? Oh, now I can see her face. Her pale skin and the wear beneath the eyes. The same marks you see on every face raised in Livber's lawless sports. That's why mother never approved of her. To her she was just a tarnished, destitute of noble blood. Oh, we were noble, maybe? The same dress, roughly woven, in colors faded. She wore something like it the first time I saw her. After Kadia's silks, her simplicity felt real. Lilith slowly approaches. You now see her more clearly than ever. Something bright beneath her gaze. Her body leans towards you, inching closer. You feel the sweet aroma rising from her skin. Her warmth beneath brushing against you. My love, do you truly not recognize me? This is just a game, all of this. Has to be illusion. It's a game! It's a video game! You really are, Lilith? Lilith takes your hand and lifts it to her face. Her cheek feels cold and firm within your palm. Yes, my love, it really is me. Shall we eat now? Sit in the chair. Now I wanna Oh no, she is evil. That look in her eyes, like something else is riding behind them. It's her, but not. None of this feels right. The flame of the dying candle fights to burn with all its strength. Soon it will go out completely. Nothing else. Okay, let's leave. I really put in work to make tonight perfect. I wanted certain things to be flawless for our reunion. And then there's just 2 pieces of potato there, I think, or whatever. After you've left me to rot, it's been... She pauses for a moment, looks out the window where the moonlight falls. You thought I should have died. I know you did. After I made you that offer. After I told you that we had to become one. Our souls, my love. We need to pierce our souls together and bind them with that alchemy ritual. You expected me to pay the price for your madness, and you said no. You had decided to destroy me. You had to choose me. Maybe I should have said yes to you that night. Perhaps everything was already fractured and I was just ignored. You expected me to pay the price for your madness, Lilith. I said no because you had decided to destroy me. I had to make a choice. Her hand holding the fork frees in mid-air for a second. As the silence stretches, Lilith's breathing deepens. Ha 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 ha! My madness? I offered you love, only love. And love so deep that even death couldn't end it. But you were afraid. Afraid to be with me beyond Neverall. You betrayed me. Did you think I wouldn't know? When I told you about the black alchemy ritual, when I spoke of piercing our souls together to crown our love, you saw my blood, heard my screams. You saw me vanish into the dark of the waters. Okay, maybe it is not dark magic, it's dark alchemy, black alchemy. It's a new fantasy world, so I don't complain. She turns her face towards you, and in darkness, with hatred, with rage, with something darker, and with something even I cannot name. Her skin ripples as if 100 tiny things move beneath it. Oh fuck. I've seen this before, and it's bad. You can't tell if it is real or just the candle flickering light playing tricks on you. Then, just as quickly as it came, the moment passes. Lilith slowly leans back. Love means something different to you. You don't love me, you want to own me. No, you didn't even know what you wanted. Love something means different to you. You didn't want to love me, you want to own me. It breaks my heart that you'd believe it could be that simple, my love. You don't understand. I never wanted to own you. Never. Never did. The wooden walls of the house groan under the assault of the rain, driven harder by the wind. The sea crashes against the cliffs, then pulls back into itself with a hiss of white foam. Darkness spreads outward beyond the horizon. For a fleeting moment you wish you were out there, on the deck of a ship, bound for somewhere you cannot see. Too little, too late. Your madness will break both of us, right? Another image. Okay, probably her flying horse or something over the edge. What is Porf? A sacred animal in Cardia known to live in herds. They have long manes and specialized pincers used for communication, strongly driven by a sense of belonging. They bound only with certain homins. When threatened, they can create a toxic chemical. Okay, but where are the... what did it say? Pincers? Is that the pincer or mane or whatever? So this is like a special creature that bound to her, maybe? Or not? It already has, my love. But not my madness. It's your cowardice. Go on, eat. Porf meat. I cooked it just the way you like it. It wasn't easy, but it melts slowly on the tongue. When the fat coats the roof of your mouth and slips beneath your tongue, you'll taste the herbs. God's porf meat. Really, you're completely lost it. I never imagined porf meat could be edible. God's porf meat. Really, you've completely lost it. I mean, I'm just going off of my hunch. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'll probably get eaten by her or something. After the festival, where we first met, and that first night when you told me you loved me, we saw a porft, remember? It was magnificent. Its mane was long and beautiful. You remember, don't you, my love? Afterwards, we went to get something to eat. I couldn't stop thinking about it. You were mesmerized by the creature. You kept going on about how beautiful it was, how bright its mane shone, how proud it stood. Did you really think I could tolerate that, my love? Oh, she's nuts. I wish I could go to the other images as well. Just look all of the things that we've got in there. Jesus. Okay, we have a yandere. Confirmed yandere. That first night we met, we didn't eat anything. I think I remember, maybe not what we ate, but feeling happy. Perhaps that's why everything afterward hurt so much. I think I remember, maybe not what we ate, but feeling happy. Perhaps that's why everything afterward hurt so much. But that's exactly why you're here, isn't it? You remember that happiness. Our feelings don't lie, my love. Yet you're afraid anyone facing such a truth would be... But now there is a new path for two of us. Does this mean you've forgotten everything you've been through? Does this mean you've forgotten everything we've been through? No, my love. How could I ever forget? Slowly she reaches towards your hand from the other end of the table. An unsettling smile spreads across her face. That first moment I felt you, your eyes sparkling as you looked at me. That thrill when you said we completed each other. I can't forget what we've lived through. I can't forget it either. No, I can't forgive it either. Oh, it should have been ended at this point. Reach out your finger, look your hand, remain silent. The woman before you lifts her fork. A crimson drop drips from the porked meat onto the porcelain plate. Right then, the skin on her hand stretches taut, tearing open, to reveal the festering flesh beneath. A flap of skin, like a dead leaf, dangles lifelessly, revealing rotting, pulse-filled tissue underneath. Yet your lover seems unaware. Lilith, your hand. She reaches for your hand eagerly, but flinches upon seeing the torn skin, swiftly hiding her hand. No, 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 not yet. You gasp for air. Another cold drop of sweat thrills down your spine. Your eyes dart around, seeking an escape, but there is nowhere left. All you can do is whisper. What's happening here? Are you sure you're alright? This can't be happening. Ah, my love. Seeing your worry makes me so happy, truly. But it's nothing. Do not fret. She's so evil. She's like some kind of witch. She moves her hand under the table. You're actually dead, aren't you? There is no point in asking that, my love. We should be happy now, because we don't have much time left. I can't put up with this madness any longer. Try to eat. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Oh, I didn't try. Oh, fuck, she's gonna kill me. There's no way I can save, right? Yep, no saving options. Well, this isn't anger. It's something else. Her features, they're slipping. Like another form beneath her skin. The true horror she's hiding is struggling to suffer. That knife she's just used to cut the meat. Its hilt is made from broken pieces of giant sea crustacean, washed on the Livber shores. Wow, everything is from fish stuff. Do you think you can defy fate? From the beginning, we were destined to be one. Neither you nor anyone else can stop this. Never, never, never. Head for the door. Standing up, your head spins. You steady yourself and move towards the door behind you. Lilith gasps, just as your trembling hands reach the door. Lilith blocks your path, eyes wide with madness, mouth agape. She clutches the knife she'd used to cut the meat. You instinctively tense up. Lilith, don't be ridiculous. Get out of my way. You completely lost your mind. Listen to me. You don't have to do this. Lilith, you don't be ridiculous. Get out of my way. You completely lost your mind. Both of them are wrong things to say at this moment. I haven't finished what I have to say, my love. Everything is ready for our souls to unite. We only have to die together. Yeah, nope. Do you realize what you're asking? This isn't love. Please come to your senses. I'm begging. I wish I could have saved you from this pain, Lilith. Rain pounding against the window intensifies. Lighting briefly illuminates the paintings, fresh and glistening as if just painted. Your eyes drift towards the pork meat. It suddenly moves on the bloodied plate. What? I can't let you leave, my love. You haven't finished your meal. Listen, I came to understand you. Whatever you mentioned in your letter, that's why I'm here. I'm here to talk. I didn't came here to eat or anything. You've lost your mind. You've changed. Listen, I only came to understand you. Whatever you mentioned in your letter, that's why I'm here. I'm here to talk. You're part of me, in my body, my heart, my soul. Do you understand? You're mine, my love. Mine! I cannot lose you again. Okay. On her maddened face, there is a terrifying grin, mangled with dread. Veins bulge on her forehead. The whiteness of her widened eyes are bloodshot. Her grip tightens on the knife until her knuckles whiten. She steps forward. She steps towards. If this is truly what you want, stop. Lilith's... It's awakening. What? Lilith's crazed eyes bulge as if ready to burst from their sockets. Beneath her ragged green clothes, her chest heaves violently with each breath. Then suddenly, her skin splits apart like parched earth around an ever-blowing whirlwind on a distant island nation. Her cheeks, mouth, hair, your last shred of rational thought screams at you. Run! Run, bitch, run! I mean, I wish I could save so I could check the both, you know, effects without rereading, redoing everything. My instinct tells me run, but my gamer's instinct says, it's awakening! Paralyzed, your trembling body takes a single step back. Your gaze locks onto the rebirth happening before you. Lines emerge down the right side of her face, spreading towards her neck and chest. Then pieces peel away like yellowed leaves. Beneath is not flesh, but damp tissue, like moss, like dreams long forgotten and rotten of, or emotions left unsaid, which cause decaying in her heart's depths. If I'm the sea that father will crack your hips. She locks her blood-filled eyes on you, her flayed face exposed. Words pour out of her mouth unformed. It's like, I am fast. I must run. I have to escape this madness. This is beautiful. No, this isn't beautiful. I must run. I have to escape this madness. Your mind snaps back as if surfacing from deep water. The moment you register the horror standing before you, you flinch. You trip over one of the books scattered across the floor and fall. Oh, come on! This is just like movie bullshit. I trip on nothing. I trip on a rock. I trip on air. I trip on a fucking book. God damn it. The moment you register... Okay, you trip over one of the books scattered across the floor and fall. Struggling to your knees, you crawl deeper into the house. You remember right then, beneath the house, there is a cellar door which leads outside. The cellar. I must go to the cellar. Another exit, a window, a back door. Shit, there must be something. Cellar is a bad option, so I'm going there. There... Nothing will... my love. What's Gaian creature? Gaia, Vincent. The land. From the darkness of the corridor, Lilith's voice emerges, scarcely taking shape in her throat. It carries the strangeness of an extra Gaian creature from a different world. It should have switched from her image like this into the other image of the creature. It would have been more scary and, you know, cool to see actually what that monstrosity looks. Extra Gaian creature that seems to have only just learned how to speak. You sprint and finally reach the cellar door. Reach for the door. There it is, the door, the one leading down to the basement. It has to be there. The cellar hatch that opens to the outside. Freedom? It's behind that door. Maybe, maybe not. Probably not. Gripped by sudden terror, you seize the cellar door handle, expecting a hand to clutch your shoulder at any moment as footsteps grow louder down the corridor. But it never comes. As you push the door open, a wave of dampness and nauseating stench of things that should long have been dead hits you in the face. Stepping through the doorway, you slam it shut. As you bolt the door behind you, an abysmal silence and darkness wrap around you. Close your eyes and accept Lilith. Okay, Latin, that I can't read. Odi et Intellico. I'm not reading a spell. Fuck that. I have no idea what it is. Act 2. Echoes deep within. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, why play Echoes 2 when... no, Act 2 when it said it was only Act 1 available. Anyway, thank you for playing. We made this game, 6 friends and 1 cat. The cat is important. The cat is, I think, the main developer here. We made our game as professional and artistic as possible. Everything from the visual to the music is handmade. No AI. Okay. We plan to release this game on Steam as a full version in September 2025. To reach more people until then, we need to increase the number of wish lists. Would you like to help us? We are a team passionate about creating narrative-driven games. If you enjoy your story and would like to be among the first to hear about future narrative games or similar quality, please do sign up for our mailing list. Okay. Claim the prize. Oh, by entering an email. Okay, I'll do something else. But Interesting, mind you. Again, this is more like a visual novel, but with probably consequences. As I said, I wish there was like a save option, so I can save to certain points. Or maybe, if you choose like a option where you die, or something, then you can return back to a point automatically, like there's maybe checkpoint somewhere. It's a decent game, it's a decent narrative, it's something that I would probably wishlist and maybe like try it out when the full version comes out and see what else can happen, or like what choices I could make. This gives me an idea that whatever choice I made, I would still, you know, kind of get to a point. Or maybe, as I said, if I die, it would return me to the previous kind of checkpoint and allow me to do something else. Like, this isn't like your, again, like mentioned, Disco Elysium's, Citizen Sleepers, or other things where there are, like, this is, the Act 1 is a whole scene, basically, and that's it. It's not like a continual gameplay story where sometimes you get options to either roll some dice or have some skill checks, or depending on your stats, be able to progress to different lines of text. I think this is more linear, and I don't know what happens if you die, quote unquote, or like she stabs you, or you choose poorly basically and something happens. Like, at which point does the game reset you? Does it reset you at the beginning of the act, or does it reset you at the beginning of like certain chapter, checkpoint? If the chapters are not, the acts are not this long, I could withstand of being reset at the beginning, because you can just click through the stuff that you already answered correctly, and then continue on to the, like, trying to figure out what's the proper way to progress through the story or something. And if this is like, everything is still gonna happen nevertheless which way you choose, it's either gonna be like faster or slower. Like, if you try to reject everything at the beginning, you're still gonna get flown into the story of like accepting to get inside, but with like further steps. Or it's just gonna be depending on how you wanna play your character. Like, is he gonna be accepting of what's happening, or he's gonna be rejecting of what's happening? Because this Act 2 must start in this cellar, I guess. Like, if the Act 1 ended with us escaping, like just getting out of the house, and then continues in the town, or continues in some like 5 years later or something like that, like then I could understand that this is, it can have multiple different options, but I believe we just had one to go to the cellar. Again, the fact is, I'm gonna actually leave the discovery to you. You can check out this demo on Steam and see which other choices and options you had, and what else you could, discover. Maybe you can calm her down, like maybe you can actually talk to her, maybe you sit with her and eat the thing, what was it, the horse, the magical horse meat, and something else happens. Maybe she poisons you, maybe you go through the ritual and you don't even get to Act 2. From like just looking at the trailer, which is just skipping through the points in the story, there could be more solutions. And this is the kind of thing narrative stories like these do. What I would give a suggestion to the developer is paint more paintings. Like, give me more art for more scenes. Like, the moment she starts like falling apart, maybe have it like a progressive scene as I click through the text. Like, have that one singular scene of her, holding the knife, but as I'm progressing through text, like, her face starts falling apart, her chest starts like falling apart, and like, the monster starts emerging. It's still gonna be the same painting, but like different like layers and changes of that. Play around with that. Like, that would be, I think, the best way to add not animation but like progression to the scene. Just like when the cat was in the scene and then I progressed, tapped a few things, and it was out of the scene. So do more of that. Just simple progression through like even through communication, like when we talked to each other across the table, you can change her facial expression. Just that. Like, you don't need to do anything else. You don't need to move her hand, arm, anything. Like, just change her facial expression a few times. It might be a little bit late for this kind of suggestion because the game is, coming out in a month. But if something like that is doable, or something like that is, you can add it later into the game, that is something that I would like to see, because it gives more to the character, I think, because you can, see more. They've shown Choose Your Own Fate. If you go to the Steam page, they've shown kind of the tree, the dialogue options, or like where it's all gonna lead, and it kind of is a big spread of different things and different paths and different stuff. I don't know if it has a lot of endings, but it kind of goes wild. So yeah, this is basically your choose your own adventure game with a little bit of horror, with a little bit of spookiness, with a little bit of eldritch stuff, and a little bit of creepiness, and it's cool. I like it. As I said, I do like this. I do like the presentation, especially the visual style. The style of this kind of oil painting, or like watercolors, or no, I think this is more like oil than water. And the way dark colors is kind of cool. Maybe have a brightness option, maybe, and definitely add the music and ambience. The music and ambience is great. I fully agree that it's absolutely great, and how it stays in certain scenes and moves and everything, it's kind of cool. I don't know what they mean. It's like new illustrations added, new letter mechanics added. Maybe like the fact that you can look at the illustrations and stuff on the side. For that, I would actually like to be able to see all of like the letter, the two illustrations, everything. Like it can be slotted along the side, one under another, or it could be slotted just as a one thing, and you can click left and right once you open it to look at all of the things that you got. Because this could even have like mini point-and-click adventure game mechanics, or like if you need to read a letter that's gonna give you some hint on how to answer a certain question. Like you can add puzzle elements to this basically, and in certain like you run up to some kind of a monster or some kind of a thing, and it asks you certain information that you should know by reading some letter or something, and then you can reference the letter and click on the stuff in the dialogue to answer it properly so it doesn't kill you and all that. So there are possibilities for these kinds of games to have some kind of interesting gameplay and even puzzles. The interesting gameplay, the most interesting version of this with the gameplay that I saw, besides Disco Elysium and Rue Hotel even has a time loop kind of thing, is Citizen Sleeper, where you actually have dice to roll for certain events. They added to the second game for text, but for like actions outside and all of that. So this can be a good start, and you already shown that you do good writing. This is very nicely written, and sets of scenes, and you already have like this universe, this Gaia world. You can basically have multiple different stories and different mechanics and add on to these games as you continue progressing and developing more and more games. This is like your first start, your first dip into this, and you can just add layers and layers and gameplay and mechanics and whatever else. That it's not gonna be bad, but it can be easily affect your games and add something new to them. Anyway, the music is given up, and I've been talking for a long while, so let us try and go into the cheat code, because the developers told me that if I type the full name of my channel, that's how they contacted me through email, I will get something special. So by pen and paper. Okay. Meow, by pen and paper. I am Yell, the cat, the studio's CEO, Chief Eating Officer. That's cute. Thank you for taking the time to play Livber, Smoke and Mirrors. Consider this a big meow of gratitude. I hope Lilith's madness managed to give you a proper chill. Some moments even made my own first add-on end. Every question about the demo or full release, and every this would be even better if idea is worth its weight in premium cat food to me. Share your thoughts with my humans, the dev team, and they'll jot down every word. Can't reach them? Drop me a meow at Yell the Cat at in-app games. That's cute. I'll lap up every word between my nap sessions. Your support keeps both my humans motivated and my food bowl full. That's the most important thing. Her food bowl needs to be full of premium cat food, not the shitty stuff. Thanks again and have a good time. Okay, I think this is like if you enter any name or everything, it's gonna trigger there, but that's fine. It's a funny, cute little message. Maybe if you like try actual codes, like type in God mod or something, it's still gonna get the message. In any case, do check out the game. I wish to leave the rest of the story for you to discover. I could just go and click and see what else is there, but that's not as fun as just seeing the game for you. In any case, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sticking around. Do the like, subscribe, comment, dance. There is Patreon for support. You can check out this madness live on Twitch/ByPenAndPaper, or you can check me out on YouTube at ByPenAndPaper for first hours, demo analysis, let's plays, and whatever else I post there. Till next time, as always, do remember, it's the stories that we play. See ya. Also, I managed to time out the game's music in the main menu, which is the first. Oh. Thank you. Consider the wish list. Again, the cat is so like, are you gonna wish list? Wish list. Come on, wish list. Yell is the name, and I am the owner of this game studio. The 5 people who made this game. Didn't say 6? This game are loyal slaves. They write wonderful stories. I vouch for them. But to present them to you in the best possible way and to keep me well fed, they need your support. If you'd like to help my slaves out, you can add our game to your wish list. Yes, I will add to the wish list. But this is gonna open Steam and whatever, and that's annoying. So, yes, I'll wish list on my own. Bye.